Hello everybody, welcome to the Tube. A lot going on. Here's our lineup. Why is Russia threatening to block Google, Facebook and Twitter? What is stopping this electricity creating pavement technology? Is this Israeli startup the next big thing in the electric bike market? Which first world problem is finally solved by this Israeli startup? And the dangers of the selfie stick are exposed. It ain't pretty. Stay with us for more. The Russian government has another unpleasant trick up its sleeve. Yes, the cold tech war rages on, and now it seems Russia might join countries such as North Korea, Turkey, Iran, China, and Syria, and possibly block Facebook, Google and Twitter. The Kremlin wants social networks to provide them with data regarding any blogger of influence, namely all those whose blogs have more than 3,000 daily readers. If the companies won't comply, Russia alleges it will constitute a violation of the country's internet laws, which will be grounds to block their services. This move may be the result of the ongoing popularity of one of Putin's chief rivals, blogger and activist Alexei Navalny, who was recently given a suspended sentence of 3.5 years in prison. So, no more Navalny's for Putin's Russia as far as the ex-KGB chief is concerned. British designer John Ive, well, Sir Jonathan for you, because apparently they're knighting people for services of design now, is the new chief design officer for Apple. Ive was a prominent figure in the design of the iPod, iPhone, iPad, and the Apple Watch, so he's essentially the man you can thank for making your addictions very pretty and functional, of course, very functional. In his new role, Ive will be less involved with specific projects and oversee Apple designs as a whole, whatever that means. One thing's certain, when you're a designer for a technology company, the last thing you expect is to be the subject of numerous parodies. Well, when you're Sir Jonathan Ive, nothing's impossible.
The new MacBook Air is the most sophisticated laptop ever created. Every element is expertly designed, from the high-resolution Retina display to the edge-to-edge keyboard. And, of course, a power charging port that we changed for no goddamn reason. You wouldn't think something so simple would need to be updated every fucking time we release a new computer. But you're wrong. It's very important that this port has 7 pins instead of 8, or some bullshit like that.
The new MacBook charger does the exact same thing as the old charger. The only difference is now, you can't borrow a friend.
Meet Inu, an electric two-wheeled battery-operated scooter that is fully foldable to the size of a large 18-kilogram suitcase. That may sound like a lot for luggage, but when was the last time you rode your suitcase all over town? The futuristically designed Inu is the brainchild of an Israeli startup called GreenRide, and just a few months ago it created buzz aplenty at CES 2015. Inu has several nifty features, but perhaps the most impressive is that it responds to a voice command or a hand gesture and folds itself. That's about as close to a pet transformer that you're going to get this year. With us in the studio is Ori Dadush, founder, CEO, and even CTO of GreenRide. Let's take this one for a spin. Good evening.
Good evening, Jason.
So, when did this idea to create this tech bike foldable thing come to mind?
So about 3 years ago, when we understood the crucial need in the city, where city banned people to come into the city, they locked the city centers, prohibit people with cars getting in. So we understood there is a last mile problem because the traffic jam, the congestion. So we wanted to have a vehicle with very high threshold of user experience. So in one position it's a vehicle, and in another position it's, like you said, a trolley that you can take all over the city, get in and out.
So basically, instead of parking your scooter, you can carry it around with you?
Exactly. You don't need to park it. You can get it into this, to an office or to an elevator. You can get into the subway, get out of the subway, take it with you folded. And when you want to ride it, you just say unfold and you can take it.
And you do this. So let's talk about the technology behind this. How can it do this? What's going on there?
So the input is whatever you want. It can be like that. It can be a smartphone. The app, you can just push a button. Then there is a very sophisticated system, automatic folding system that enables the vehicle to fold and unfold automatically. Then you don't need to get down on your knees or do anything to fold it. You just say fold and it folds.
Is it a smart bike?
Well, actually, it's not an e-bike and not a pedelec. It actually doesn't have any pedals.
Okay.
So it's an electric scooter. Okay, it has a motor in the rear wheel and a battery inside the front wheel.
Mm-hmm.
You ride it as a scooter, and it's up to 25 kilometers per hour, so it's a license-free. You don't need a license to drive it.
Okay. It has a very fancy display. What's on it?
So the display is our unique design. The graphic user interface was designed to, as well, have a very high user experience. Then you have the vehicle connected to the smartphone via Bluetooth. Also the iOS, the Apple iPhone, and also Android. It connects through the Bluetooth. So through the Bluetooth, you approach the vehicle, then it recognizes you, and it's open up to you. And on the display, you can see all the procedure, you can see all the data you need, and you can see it also on your app.
Well, it's smart, it folds by itself, and it's super pretty. Does that mean that it's super expensive as well?
Well, it's not super expensive. It's about, it depends on the model, but $4,000, $5,000, and $6,000. And depends on the battery range and on the connectivity. We have different layers of connectivity.
Listen, it's a high-end product.
Exactly. It's a high-end product, but it's not a commodity, but it's somewhere between the commodity and the premium products.
And you know, I'm assuming there's a lot of competition in this field. When you do a high-end product, how do you go through the competition, basically?
So we see this segment as a new market segment, because when you have the city centers locked and you don't want to, well, if you go to Barcelona or Milan or any other European city, you don't even have the place to park your scooter or your bike. So here you have a vehicle that is always with you, just like a smartphone. You carry it up, it's always with you.
Okay.
So that's a different approach.
You're saying it's a different market and it's worth the money. Let's talk, you know, lots of Israeli startups are software-based startups. You are a physical product-based one. How much harder is it to be a product manufacturer?
Okay, so it's different for sure. It's more difficult from point of view of manufacturing and assembly all the parts and produce them and then ship them, because you can't ship them over the cloud. So it has its difficulties, but we think Israel is the right place to be engineering-wise. Even the designer, he worked for Pininfarina, which is the best design studio in Italy, and he came back to Israel. So we have a lot of great people for the research and development. We think it's the place to be.
Okay, so what's next for Greenride? What would you consider a success?
So we consider a success. We're gonna launch the production 2016. We think we're gonna be at least tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands, very quickly in about 2-3 years. So that will be definitely a success.
Okay, well, good luck with that, and thank you very much for dropping by.
Thank you, Jason.
Okay, we're moving on. You've all been throwing your angry fists to the sky and screaming for change. Is it time you get it? Sorry, no. But in order to soothe your aching psyche, here's a neat little startup that will save your foreign change, those spare coins bouncing around in your pocket after a well-earned vacation from going to waste in that jar you keep for, reasons unknown. Israeli startup Traveler's Box will place small boxes in airports around the world. Just leave your spare change there and Traveler's Box will offer you plenty of worthwhile to do with that money, such as buying gift cards or even donating to charity. Although if you're feeling that charitable, why didn't you just give your coins to a homeless person on your way to the airport? Bet you didn't think of that one.
The one thing all passengers have in common is that they are all going back home with unused foreign coins and bills that cannot be exchanged. Precisely for these passengers, we've invented Traveler's Box, a revolutionary service that offers air travellers an amazing way to use their leftover coins and bills. Traveler's Box provides a service which offers travellers a way to make the best out of their unused coins and bills. Deposit it to their e-wallet account, such as PayPal, get a gift card or make a donation to various causes. The way it works is simple and easy. First, choose a language out of 12 languages offered. Select a service. Deposit to an e-wallet. Get a gift card or make a donation. Enter a valid email address for confirmation.
Now, this is grounds for excitement. British startup company PaveGen engineered and is now crowdsourcing a campaign to further expand its intriguing operation. A special flooring product that converts the kinetic energy of pedestrians walking across it into power. PaveGen plans to place the kinetic flooring in areas rich with pedestrian traffic, such as airports, and the company promises that if just 20 meters of its flooring would be placed on Oxford Street in London, that section alone could give power to all of its streetlights. The main problem with this impressive tech is that the flooring is still very expensive, so don't get too excited just yet. In the meanwhile, PaveGen is already looking into other neighboring fields such as powering roads and cycleways. Step on it.
We created PaveGen, a tile that converts the energy from your footsteps into electrical power. The population of London is growing by train carriage every 3 days. We need a new resource that can be part of the energy mix of the future. In 2012, things changed. I got a phone call from Transport for London, and they asked me to install the technology at West Ham Tube Station. They worked with me to globally certify the product, and we had over 1 million people walk over tiles during the Olympic Games. The PaveGen journey as a viable business was underway. The media picked up on this, and soon the world knew who PaveGen were. Over the next 2 years, this allowed us to deliver over 100 projects in more than 30 countries, with installations and partners across the globe that allowed us to secure projects on every single continent.
Whatever happened to the days when technology just wanted to make you into a mean efficiency machine? Getting emails on the fly, apps to the max, sending dirty texts to your significant other while live blogging your Twitter feed. No longer is this enough. Lo and behold, the hippies are taking over. Lightphone, a freshly crowdfunded project, aimed to make you happy by giving you a phone away from phone. That's right, Lightphone is a credit card-sized phone with a revolutionary idea. It only takes calls. No apps, no emails, no text, no nothing. Just shut up and answer your stupid phone. Or look around and see amazing things. Trees, the sun, other people using their smartphones. Here's how it looks like. It's kind of pretty actually. Damn hippies.
The light phone. Your phone away from phone. Designed to be used as little as possible. It's the size of a credit card, and it only makes phone calls. Works with your existing phone, allowing you to comfortably disconnect. You can go out with the light phone free of distractions. and you'll never miss a call from Mom. We look at everything everyone else is building. It's fighting for more of our attention and more of our time. The Light Phone is thoughtfully simple, designed to be used as little as possible.
We are using the same technology we used 10 years ago to build phone. But for the Light Phone, we strip away everything but the phone itself.
Wow, that's perfect for my mother. Did you know my mother's a hippie? Now you know. That's it. Show's over. Thank you very, very much for watching. If you want more of us, please log on to www.i24news.tv or visit our Facebook page at facebook.com/i24news. And always remember, what would you attempt if you knew you could not fail? Think about it and then do it. I'll be here tomorrow. Goodbye.